Hello. Hi. So this is just a quick show and tell to show you around what we're doing. It's quite straightforward, really. If you are familiar with LinkedIn, you should have an idea. So basically, the first thing you need to do when you're giving an account is create a new Chrome account for that person. So for instance, say you got a new client, you've got mine, I've got other clients on. So I've got a new client, right? I can't just go into any person's account. So I also add a new account. So do not use more than one account on a Chrome because I think that might complicate things. So basically, let me show you around this account, this one. So if you have if you've used LinkedIn for work before, then this video is basically just like to just give you an idea. But if you've not, then this video will just show you around LinkedIn basically. So there's the home page. So mostly when you're giving a client, most clients come with Sales Navigator because like it's a business account, right? So it comes with Sales Navigator. And on real LinkedIn, we have the normal inbox, right? You have normal inbox where you send messages, and then you have Sales Navigator where there's also messages, but Sales Navigator is like much more advanced than normal LinkedIn because you've got the normal message, and then you can put people into like groups. For instance, this guy now, say he responds me and I'm waiting for him to get back. So I put him in. So this guy now, I've sent him a message, he has not responded. So I put him in this waiting. So we've got waiting, we've got active. Let me show you the list. So we've got active list, which is people that have responded us. So we're actively speaking to them. So we keep them in the list. And then we've got appointments, which are people that we've successfully booked. So put them in this list. And then we've got code, which are people that we've messaged, we followed up with, like we've sent normal message. We said, hey, did you see my last message? Does this seem interesting to you? You send them another message, then you send them closing message, which is I assume nice and a good time. So you put them in code, and there are people called ignore. Yeah, this is like depends on what you're doing. So just ignore that one first for now. So we've got that one, we've got waiting, which is people that have never responded us yet, and we don't know if they'll respond. So we don't know if they'll become active or they'll become cold. And there are different kinds of clients, which are the first thing you need to note about appointment setting is there are three types of clients. There's hot clients, and there's warm clients, and then there's cold clients. So most of the time, when someone is very close to booking and becoming an appointment, they become hot client. When people are asking questions that look like somebody that's really interested, really, really, really want this help, those are hot clients. And then when there are people that are probably in active lists that you're probably like talking to, you're trying to, and like maybe you're trying to like they're responding to you, but you don't know if they're interested in the product per se. Responding to you, they're talking about their issues. So the issue that I mentioned is something that you can help with. They become warm client automatically, which means that they could become hot clients, which is people that would most likely buy. And then they are cold clients, which are people that they are the last people that you want to talk to. You still talk to them, and then they become cold and you just leave them forever. But right before they become cold, you kind of have a feeling they're not really hot, they're not warm. You just kind of like, hi, um, yeah, like not really giving you much love. Those are cold. So this list is just to help you prioritize who you talk to. So one thing about appointment setting is that the focus is always to focus on where the money is. And where the money is okay, even if there's nobody in the money, the next best thing is focus on who's closest to the money. So who's closest to the money is hot people. So you want to focus on people that are giving you a lot of love, giving you a lot of attention, saying, okay, this is what they need. They really need, like they really sound like already on the ball. So those are the first priority. So that's why when you come up at work every day, the first person you want to talk to is people probably have an active list, and then maybe after this active list, you go to inbox and you clear your inbox. Those are people that are already responding to you. You want to make sure you are responding to them. And then you go on to warm clients, which are people that I mean people active are still warm sharp. So but basically you have to think, you have to have that at the back of your mind. Anybody that is doing appointments that has at the back of their mind, they are much more successful because you're not just doing tasks. you're doing tasks according to results capacity. So that automatically increases your output, or rather increases your turnover. So the number of clients you close, the turnover is higher because what you're putting it. So this is just the key thing, honestly. We've got the day schedule, really, and you follow the day schedule, but like you can't really follow the day schedule without like having this in mind. This things I just said about horse warm, this or whatever, because it's just like this is a backbone. The day schedule is there to just keep you on track, but this putting in mind the warm, hot and the cold would really take you a long way. So please keep that in mind. So I want to send the day schedule in a place so I can show it to you. Trying to find the day schedule. Okay, I think I started actually. Not here. I didn't. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, I found it. Uh, okay, so here, this is the day schedule. So we'll get to that in a minute, right? So I just want to give you a quick intro to LinkedIn, really. The inbox, where the inbox is. This depends on which account you're using. But now that you're getting started, it depends on where you are already with your experience. You probably will not start with a client account immediately. You have to get like onboarded. You have to get some training. You have to get warmed up before I give you a client. So this is the account, right? So let me show you what I call script usage, right? So this account is that account I just showed you is a career coaching account. So this is the name of the client, Nidal Script, right? So we've got about Nidal. This is just to give you a backstory on Nidal so you know who you're talking as. Because Nidal is a person, it's not just like, okay, I'm selling something. Like people are always coming in asking, oh, what do you do? What have you done? Well, tell me like about your family. Like, do you love kids? Like some people just ask random questions sometimes. So it's good to have as much info as you can about the client. So this is just basic stuff. People are not asking about kids, but just in case you have like their back info about like that too, blah blah blah. And so this is the script. So when you start with a client, the first thing you're going to be sent is probably the script. It depends on the kind of client. Sometimes you get sent a contract, sometimes you get sent some agreements, but most of the time it's the script first, so you can get warmed up about what you're trying to do, the messages, the questions you're asking, can you invest, all this stuff. So you have to master script usage, and to master script, the first thing you have to do is just read through the script, really. Just read through it, assimilate it, understand what we are talking, why are we saying it, who are we saying it to, right? Why, who, and who to, and then I mean, like, what are you saying? Who are you saying it to? And why are you saying it? What are you like? What are you trying to offer them? Basically, you just have to understand like why you're doing what you're doing, and that's what the script helps you do. So script usage, you have to master that one. And everything I'm mentioning right now, you can still go on YouTube and start doing self research on how to use scripts on LinkedIn, how to best use LinkedIn, how to message people on LinkedIn to drive response, how to like just right now I think you don't really have that much information, but like with everything I'm saying, I'm just giving you an overview. What you could do is anything I say that you don't really understand, or you feel like, oh, this looks like it might give me value, you could go to YouTube and research literally anything and and work on yourself. That would really, really set you out. To be honest, that's what I do before I start using any online learning tools that you have to pay for. So, and then Now, after you've done that, you've mastered your script, right? You understand the intro of LinkedIn, all that stuff. You need to understand how to find info on clients, right? So before I do that one, I'm going to show you on my account because you're not going to be starting on the client's account. You're going to be starting with my account, whomever is going to start. So this is my account. So basically, right now, you're not really going to be doing any info finding on this account, but still, let me show you what it would be like. So basically, on my account, I only I only want to be messaging coaches or consultants. And so basically, for you to do info find, you have to know what you're finding. You have to know what you're not looking for or what you're looking for. So let's use this lady, for example. So she's a consultant, research and consulting, this, that. So, but everybody I'm looking to talk to, they have to be founders or entrepreneurs or freelancers, and most likely just self-employed really, because I don't want to really work with big companies as of now. Maybe an agency. I would like to work on an agent, like, like a recruiter or something like that. But right now, let's say I only want to work with consultants. She's a founder, she's a trainer, she's a consultant, she's a perfect client, right? So that's what you want to basically look out for. You want to look out for their their experience. What is it they're doing? She's an academic tutor right now. I think she just started doing that 1 year and nine months ago. Great. So you look at the time she started doing this, when she's doing this, and look at the time she started doing the one that we're interested in. So this is the one we're interested in. Everything else here really doesn't matter. We just want to see if it's clashing with this one too bad, you know. But this is what I'm interested in. Is she a founder? Is she a consultant? Or is she a coach? She's a founder, she's a consultant. Good. She's self-employed. Awesome. And she's a target client. So at this point, you want to go to the script as well. So this is my own script. I will share it with you just so you can like get an idea on script usage. So this is how you I start conversation. So you say, "Oh, hi, I see you are a, whatever consultant." So because this lady is a consultant, right? So I see you are diversity. So she's saying diversity, diverse customer communication, diverse needs of individual increasing age. So she's shy, like self-employed, she's a fan. So you want to like talk about what she's doing basically. Just read a little bit about this. Me right now, what I would do, I would just like, oh, I see um you're a consultant in diversity niche, because like I'm basically working with so many people that I just like try to summarize. But when you're getting started, don't do like me. When you're getting started, you want to read into this really, you know, and you want to even go to the activities. You want to see their posts. You want to do your own. So basically, when you're starting, you have to know how to do your homework if you need to do your homework. I don't do the homework most of the time because I just feel like okay, I know how, but I do know how to do the homework. So you have to like do all these little things. So I also advise you go on YouTube and research um how to niche down, or how to select clients on LinkedIn, or how to find information on LinkedIn, how to personalize. I'll use the word personalize when you search and use it. How to personalize when messaging on LinkedIn. What to look for on a client's account when personalizing on LinkedIn. Just basic, all this basic information. Sometimes you see video of 2 minutes, but you learn something that'll take you as far as 10 years, information that would really make a difference in how you work. So I want to come to her post. You want to take a look around, see which one is really relevant to the question you want to ask her, which is a CURA, personalize, personalize. So this is what you change. That's pretty cool. Just out of interest, are you working one-to-one or are you doing good coaching? She's a consultant, she's not coaching. So what would you say? Or are you working with your clients one-to-one, or do you train, or do you do a group consultation, or do you do a group training? So this is why you need to like do your homework, just know how to like navigate through this thing, right? So it's basically very straightforward by the time you get to understand it. Just like the first time, it's a bit confusing, I know. So 1 second, let's see. Okay, just checking. So okay, and then so you got that bit down. So what you want to really stick to is your day schedule. So when you're working with a client, this day schedule is very important. But now you're getting started, there's some things that you don't need to worry about, which is these times. You don't have to worry about times. You can log in any time of the day, and you don't have to worry about it. So you have to do 20 interactions for sure. But the interaction I'll show you will be different from the interaction you do on the client. But it's still the same thing. It's just like you'll be doing it from Sales Navigator into LinkedIn. It's like a bit more complicated when you start working with a client. That's why you have to start first doing, and then this email part, you don't have to worry about email because I don't do emails, but you will do emails when you start working with a client. Accept friend requests 100%, managing box 100%, offer at least 5 calls a day. Yes, but when you're working with me, you can do like just 3 calls a day, really. And then you have to book calls for sure. So that's it, And okay, let me show you how to do interactions. So basically, if you want to do interaction with this account, what I advise you to do is you go to my home, right? You want to search, say, you want to search career coach. You want to search career coach. So this is how you really niche down. So you want to search posts. You want to search sort by latest, show results. You want to sort by date posted and the past week. Let's just say past week. Well, the closer you are to like so you see post from now. So from member, let's see all filters actually. I want to add something. So for posted this part is the most important part. Posted by first connections. Only interact with first connections because those are the people closest to the money. But if you interact with first connection, you still get to interact with other people that are not first connection. But like when you interact with your first connections, the people that are connected with first connections are niched down. So everybody I'm adding to this account, they're already carefully selected. So if you see somebody that is carefully selected and you post and you make a comment on that person's post, people that see that person's post are most likely very similar to the already niche client. So that's why you have to be very like this, especially this post our first connection. Please always put this edit. So once you have that down, great. Now you have career coaches that only first connections. Awesome. You can just put coaches here. Honestly, actually, don't need to put this career coach. I just did career coach because my last client was a career coach. But you can just do coach. You can just do coach. You see, got the edit there. And what you will now do is you come to. Let me hide this 1 second. You will now come to ChatGPT, right? You don't always use ChatGPT, especially when the comment is very simple. You can just comment something simple. But like somebody like this now, okay, very, very short, investor, significant dollars, whatever, whatever, whatever. Good. So you can just come up with a response. But right now I'm just running through. So let me just show you what you could do. You just click on this. Want to copy link to post. Want to come over here. Want to say reply to this post in a casual, short message. Want to paste the link you want to see. So, hi JD Stacy, really enjoyed your post about scaling for success, blah 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 blah. Keep sharing more awesome content. So when I see comments like this, I don't really like it, to be honest. I don't really like anything here. So I'm just going to like do another post. I don't like that. So, but like if I got this response, what I would say is I wouldn't copy paste anything from ChatGPT, honestly, because it sounds like a computer every time I read it. Sometimes it doesn't, but this one does. Because first off, let's start from the fact that just really enjoyed your post. I mean that's good. Really enjoy. But I'll write really enjoy this post about scaling. Or rather, I'll just write super valuable insights with the hand emoji. Keep sharing your awesome content. That's the only thing I'll take away from here. That's the only thing I'll take away. Because there's sometimes I drop comments and it will say stuff like, just read your post. Like, you're commenting on my post. Of course, you just read my post. You know what I mean? Like, there's some obvious things that ChatGPT will say that a human will not say. Or if you said it as a human, the other person will look at you like, okay, like it's just very obvious. So I really wouldn't. So what you do, you just like. So you have to do like at least, imagine this is just only, okay, no, it's just post actually. So you want to like drop this comment, super valuable insights, keep sharing more awesome content. You know, I still feel like this is a bit on the nose, to be honest with you. Like, okay, keep sharing more awesome content. So I'll say really enjoy this post about scaling and the 5 questions to ask. Actually add this part for sure. So I'll just add this and keep sharing more awesome content because I don't think it's relevant to tell somebody keep sharing more awesome content. Like someone saying keep being beautiful. Like thanks, but like I will. So basically these people, even though they sound all formal, they're still people like us. They've got sarcasm, they've got all that shit going on. So you don't want to like say all this very obvious, very like it sounds like a compliment, but it's a bit of a put down. Like you're telling me something that is so obvious. Like keep doing that. I would rather say I'm looking forward to see more of your awesome content. You understand? So rather than saying keep sharing more awesome content, because now you're telling me what to do. Like it's just like a bit like you just think about it like you always want to give compliments, not tell people what to do or like like state the obvious. You don't want to state the obvious, you don't want to tell them what to do. Basically, you just want to like appreciate what they are doing, you know. Or you could say, I hope you keep doing this, because it's so valuable to the society. Thank you so much for your service. Something like that. Like make it like what I always do to myself is before I send a message, I think if someone said it to me, how would I react? So if you would say something and you would really not think too much about it, then sure, that's your style. But me, basically, I'm a very sarcastic person. So when I'm saying something, I always think about the undertones of what I'm saying. I always think about like what could it imply? You know, what could it mean to somebody else in that sense? I think about it in 3 different ways. I don't think about it in only one way. I think about it in one way, in the second way, in three different ways. First way is, oh, I will appreciate it. Second way is, duh. And like, if I start getting some really weird undertones, then I edit it and make sure it sounds right. So when you read this, really enjoyed this post, about scaling for sources, and the 5 key questions to ask, super valuable insights. So now you want to take a look at what it actually puts, because sometimes ChatGPT will set you up. You see, there's nothing about okay, 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 okay. Okay, actually there is. So this is actually a link, 5 questions to ask. Okay. Just this post about scaling. Okay, this is great. So you want to post that. No, actually, wait. Edit. You want to say want to tag the person. The person that posted you want to tag. And John Stacy really enjoyed this post. So you're targeting the person, the person will not miss this post. So another thing you could actually do when it comes to interactions is another thing you could do is let's copy link, go to ChatGPT. Another thing you could do, but I only do this like 5 times in a day because we do 20 interactions per day. So out of the 20 interaction, I only do this for 5 posts and end with a question. So you want to end some chats with a question, some comments with a question, because that will make the person notice your account even more to the extent that they now respond to your question. Meaning that if you ask a question that's very inside, and mind you, I've landed like 2 clients in one day just by doing this question thing. So it's a very big thing. And I only do this for clients that look like they've already got a lot of crowd in there. So I wouldn't really okay, you know what? I wouldn't do this for a post like this. Why? She just has one comment, and the comment is by herself, right? But if I see a post with about 25 comments, something like that, okay, even 11 comments, it's still good enough, right? So let me see this. Let me actually use this one instead, actually. So that girl doesn't really have that many. So I usually do this for people that already have reply to this post in a casual short message. With a casual short message and end with a question. That's what ChatGPT will come up with. Haha, this is my Friday. This is not Friday, by the way, so I'm not gonna send that. Thanks for the great job, search tips, and the cook. Any more funny but helpful advice or job seekers? Mm. First up, let's check if she's being funny. Mm. Mm. So first, I like to see other people's comments as well. Mm. I don't really think it's that funny. um. So after all, we're not even carrying the fun like haha part. So I would say thanks for the dressing and the cook. And I'll say um I think it's any more funny but helpful advice for but I'm not a job seeker. I don't want to also post something that is not even true. I'm not a job seeker. I'm more like looking for clients, which is different. Job seekers are people like looking for employment. I'm already employed, so we don't want to come off like, oh, I'm trying to get a job. So what would I ask? Mm, 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 mm. Don't know. I don't know what I'll ask at this point, to be honest with you, because I'm not really reading it through, to be honest. So it's a bit tricky, and I don't want to ask anything about. Oh, I'll say any. You know what? I'll say here. I'll just change it to any more funny but helpful advice for job seekers. Just leave it at that. I'll remove the us there because it's not an us thing. It's just a thing. So anywho, when you're working with a client's account, you get more of this, So at this point, you want to add the art. So you want to say, honestly, this question is very big. So I'll say, I'll actually change this question to, so it's asking for any helpful advice for any more funny but helpful advice. I'll say, thanks for the great search tips. Um, oh, you want to ask something that's like easier to respond to, basically. Okay, I feel like this question is good, but anymore. Like she just gave advice and you're asking for more advice, and there's like probably a billion more. So I'm thinking what would be easier for her to respond. I'd rather ask what are your biggest um what are the mistakes I should what are your top what is the most what are your top two mistakes to look out for when doing a job search? So you want to slim down, like basically cut down. What are your top two mistakes you you look out for when doing a job search, by the way? Great. What are your top two okay, now let's not say yours specific. What are the top two mistakes or should I use the word mistakes or should I use the word deal breakers? Let's use the word deal breakers. What are the top two deal breakers you look out for when doing a job search, by the way? Great. So now we've got a good post and then we just put it. So it ends with a question. I made a typo there. But yeah, but that's basically it. So if you see a post with like at least 10 comments upwards, you can drop a comment with like a question. But if not, then you just do the normal message, reply to this post in a casual short message. And then if you see a post that, oh, this person has more than 10 comments, then you say, okay, reply to this post with a casual short message and end with a question. So that's it for interaction. So, and then normally when you come in, the first thing you need to do is clear the inbox from the bottom up. Clear the inbox. You've got the script here. You just the first thing you do is read the script, assimilate, understand. Then you come into the account, you clear the inbox, you come to so for you to clear friends request, you come to network, and then you check invitations. I want to see all of them. So you just look through. So anybody like this, inviting you to connect, want to see if they're in India, I just do not accept. So these ones are inviting you to subscribe to anything. I do not accept. I still want to understand these subscription things, like how I can use it for marketing. And until then, I will not be accepting. So just do not ignore, do not accept any of these because if you ignore, they get a notification that you ignored, and that will make them like when you interact with these people, they'll give you less love because you ignore many like that. But just if you didn't say anything, then it's like okay, she didn't see it or something. Plausible deniability in it. So you just I mean Once you start seeing like probably like 2 months ago, you just know that I've probably gone through all those people and I did accept. So just come in here like maybe once in 2 weeks, really. So I think that's it. That's it, really. Once you're able to do this one for like, and basically, if when you do this and you're able to book a client, following the script, following the messaging thing, doing interactions, blah blah blah, clearing inbox, when you're able to book a client and you set up the client in a meeting with me, and the client closes, that client becomes yours. So basically, you're marketing through me for yourself. So when you're looking at clients, think to yourself as well. Yeah, I want to book this client because if the client's gonna pay you, you're gonna do the work. But also think to yourself about like, this client, look at the person's line, like, okay, is this a client I would work for? This person looks serious. Does this person niche look like how it interests me? You know, and like if you do it that way, when you're chatting with a client that you actually picked out because you feel like, okay, this client is like I like what this client is doing. The way you chat with a client will be different. You chat with clients with purpose, you chat with clients with clarity, you chat with a client with like there's an intention basically in the way you're chatting. So you want to really close that client. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you would be more so I have thoughts at the back of you. Don't just do stuff like, okay, I want to book a client. Like, no, do stuff with like, with like a bit of clarity, a bit of like you have a choice. You have a choice because to be honest, your appointment setting is not hard to sell. A lot of people want appointment setup. It's not hard to sell. In fact, I don't even sell. I'll send you my script. I don't even sell, because like it's not something that's hard to sell. It's something that people already want. And if somebody wants it, they want it. If they don't want it, they don't want it. So I don't sell, I offer. Is this something that's going to be valuable to you right now or not really? I don't say, oh, this is the benefit of appointments. I don't really go on and on. Although I do tell them like what it's about. If you check my profile, there's a bit of information, but I'm not really like trying to like, really push and be like, don't you think that this is going to like, I don't really do too much because basically that's the rule of appointment setting. If people do not want your service, they do not want your service. When they want your service, they need your service. Because it becomes like, I really, 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 really need this help, please. Especially when you sound like you can really help them, you know. So just let's see how it goes, really. Good luck. I'm going to get you set up. I hope this information I've shared so far really, really adds value to you. Do not forget, self-research is what makes you stand out in this field. It's what makes you different. It's what makes so basically you're just trying to get a client. And once you get a client, I'll be the one to onboard the client, and then you just start work. And then by the time you start doing well, being supervised over a long period of time, I start noticing that this person is really like is starting to supervise themselves without me having to supervise them, then I connect you directly with the client. And by the time you get connected directly with the client, the money you'll be making is much different. You're talking like a whole different number. I'm never going to mention the number, but like where you're starting from, just focus on like giving value to people you're working with, giving value, just focus on giving, 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 because you still get something in return. You know that for sure. So just money is very important, yes, but one thing that's more important is value, right? Just like Jesus said to the crippled man, silver or gold have I not, but what I do have, I don't know how Jesus said it exactly to be honest, but yeah, you get the vibe. So basically, he did not give that guy silver or gold, but what he gave the guy made a good difference, right? The guy could walk. If you had given the guy all the silver and gold, the guy would just be there begging for the next person to come and give him another gold. But now you've been given something that's going to help you. And you don't need to beg again. You don't need to ask again because now you know how to go get it. So that's what value is. Money can only be spent, but value is like a it's like a river that never goes dry. It works forever. It can recreate. You can give it. You can spread it. You can give it to 1 billion people, and to never finish. So money is important, yeah. But like one thing I put in my mind as I started appointment setting is to give value. Give value to your supervisor, give value to your client, give value to whomever comes across you. And then you start noticing that you will start to blossom from the inside. It's not from the outside. I hope this video is very helpful to you, and I hope it gives you some clarity on what appointment setting in my agency is about. It's not, it's very, everybody working with me right now, their mentality a bit, is like, I like to have us thinking the same thing because then we can work together. I do not work with people that just like coming off like, oh, like money is very important, but like I don't want you to be too focused on that part and not focus on the other part. So it's a 50-50 thing. It's not like, oh, money 90 and then value. I beg. I don't like that energy at all because I feel like that is what will make you very different from everybody else. It's what make you very, 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 very different. And I hope you take it seriously. And and you probably as well, and even as you're doing research on this business, you can also do research on how to work on your mind, work on, like personal self growth, read books on, this book that really made a difference in my life. Think and Grow Rich really helps you work on your mind and like re-strategize what you think success is, what you think wealth is, what like wealth is basically success is basically being able to influence other people's life, not being able to like just spend money, and all those other things I would really, really, because everything starts from the mind. So yeah, you put in the work, but do not forget to work on your mind as well, because it really makes a difference. Really, really does, especially during bad times. So good luck and thank you for watching my video. Bye.